Graham Potter's Chelsea demeanour continues to polarise the fanbase, and he heads to Borussia Dortmund with much more at stake than just a match to win. As his energy frustrates those seeking inspiration, the manager has once again been the focus of post-match discussion. Despite his senior perseverance at the club, some people are still calling for his head. His actions off the field, not his tactical shape or identity, are the focus of daily intense and thorough inspection. Many believed that it was time for Potter to get up and shout after the late handball by Thomas Soucek was disallowed by VAR for a Chelsea penalty. After all, Thomas Tuchel was fined just 6 months ago for his own verbal abuse of Anthony Taylor because he didn't see Marc Cucurella's hair being pulled against Tottenham Hotspur. Potter can only dream of at the moment of the German's relationship with the supporters. He bought into Chelsea's familiar us against the world mentality. Potter is currently taking a completely different approach because it is not on the same spectrum and has not had the same impact. Not only are his methods being questioned, but also his mentality, competence, and suitability for the position. Unrest is still building and is in danger of boiling over due to the team's run of just 2 wins in 13 games, which was only matched by the absence of Nathan Jones at Southampton in the same time period. The Champions League matchup against Borussia Dortmund in the last 16 becomes even more significant and intriguing as a result. Potter's excellent European record at Stamford Bridge helped turn a bleak 1 point from 2 games into a safe passage to the knockout stages, with 1 game left. In his 5 Champions League games, Chelsea has won 4, lost 1, given up 3 goals, and scored 10. However, the Baron League's overall performance has made it difficult to remain upbeat going into the trip to Germany. Under Todd Boehly, fans have seen £550 million worth of new signings, and Potter is not getting the best out of them. That is just more ammunition to use against the former Brighton manager, despite the nearly £300 million spent in January. The situation as a whole is one of total disdain, and if the Champions League doesn't change some of the feelings at SW6, there might be a mutiny. Even the 47-year-old can't get a break. Decisions like Soucek's handball feel even more egregious when the tide is against you. While the fans complain, boo and whistle, they want a manager to step in and support them. Potter does not approach things in that manner. Whether right or wrong, it will not alter. However, there is a sense of hypocrisy throughout the entire thing. It only takes a glance back to last season to see Tuchel doing as much as accepting defeat with European football on the horizon. Tuchel described the challenge as almost impossible prior to the second leg against Real Madrid, when the team was trailing 3-1. Even if Chelsea had the advantage of playing at home last on Wednesday night and had to overcome a first-leg defeat, it is difficult to imagine Potter not being applauded by fans for making such a statement. All of this is predicated on the fact that Tuchel had won the competition significantly less than a year earlier, but his words were still damning. He had earned the right to basically say what he wanted to say. He was the Messiah, and the mess he fell into at the beginning of this season wasn't his fault. Now that Potter is in charge, though, many people seem to think that has changed. At the club, immediate results are a staple. Potter's status is anything but untouchable. He must earn that, and the odds against him will never be balanced by anything. It is difficult to comprehend why Potter's own strong stance on Dortmund has been taken so differently from Tuchel's. If this is all about attitude, public persona, and mentality, which it primarily isn't, then it is difficult to comprehend why Potter's personality is such a significant factor in the outcome. Actually, Potter put a very upbeat spin on the upcoming game. He stated, "We are capable of defeating Dortmund. However, they are also a powerful team that has the ability to win. That must be understood, and we must attempt to obtain a result by traveling to Dortmund with humility and respect. The outcomes will still speak for themselves, regardless of how optimistic